It is a Thursday and we are in North Providence, Rhode Island, and this customer called us out to add a fan in the center of their bedroom. So I'm going to hop up into the attic here and I'm going to try to locate where that feeler bit went up into the ceiling. And this attic's not too bad, but they did run some Romexes on top of these trusses, which made it very encumbersome, and I had to make sure I didn't trip or even break a Romex. So that's where the feeler bit ended up going through the ceiling there, and it ended up being 3/4 of an inch off that truss, which is perfect because I can actually use a regular nail-on fan box and it's going to work out perfectly. So now I'm going to use a 4-inch hole saw from down below. I'm going to cut through that sheetrock, and I'm also going to cut through that ferrule, and it's going to recess the box perfectly. So I tried to use those nails on the fan box, but the trusses were so hard the nails wouldn't go in. So I used these 3 1/8 inch GRK structural framing screws. And I will show you the certification on these screws, and they are equivalent to nails. So right now I'm going to snake down this hole, and I'm going to pull the 14-2 Romex up. We got power from a switch, which was located in the bedroom and did switched outlets. So here's how I like to tie the wire onto the snake. You're going to see very shortly. I like to tie the bare conductors onto the snake and then pull it through. That way it doesn't get stuck on anything, and it works every single time. So now I'm going to staple this wire here. As you can see, they brought their wires on top of the trusses. You're not supposed to do that because when someone walks in that attic, they're going to step on them or they're going to trip. So I stapled everything, and then I ran it into the crack of the trusses right there, and you are allowed to do that by code. But I made sure everything was stapled nice and neatly, and then I'm going to take you to the other side there where I left a little small service loop there just in case they want to change something in the future. Here's my biggest pet peeve when you're working in an attic. You got to make sure you always put the insulation back and never leave any trash in the customer's attic. I cannot stand when people do this. It's extremely unprofessional. They also ran a 12-2 Romex on top of that attic access there, and it made getting into that attic extremely impossible. I barely fit up there. So that was that switch I was talking to you guys about. That was where the switched outlet was, and there is my wire for the fan box. Look how perfectly that box ended up going into the ceiling. So now I got the box cut in. I'm going to be using these tan yellow wire nuts. This is what I had on me. These things work out great for situations like this because it keeps the box fill nice and small and allows the switch to go inside perfectly. So I got the switch back up and running, and now here I'm going to start testing the fan. The light works perfectly, and now the fan's running great, and that is a nice, clean, professional installation there, as we usually do. So now this is the second part of the job. We're going to be installing this doorbell here. And that was that certification. See, it says use in framing and decking. So these screws are rated for the structural load. So if you're in the Massachusetts area and you're looking for a high quality electrician, give us a call. We're taking new clients. We have openings available this week, and I personally answer every single phone call.